G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, and this is my 80k no drain guardian farm. It does 80,000 drops per hour. Do you remember my 1.13 no drain guardian farm? This is 4 times faster than that one, and it is so much easier to build. So you do not need to drain anything with this design. You don't need to drain the inside of the monument or anything like that. All you do is you AFK up in the sky, so only the very top of the ocean monument is loaded. That way all the guardians that spawn there are pushed up with bubble columns into our water streams, and they go through portals into the nether where they die from fall damage. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is mark out the center of our farm. So we've got the front of the ocean monument right here. So I'm going to go and place 2 dirt blocks right there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to build that up, and on top of them, just above the surface of the water, those 2 glass blocks are marking the middle of our farm. So now what we're going to do is build straight up in the air and build these 2 blocks again at level 185. Okay, so we've got our 2 glass blocks up in the air, and when we're standing on top of them, we are at Y coordinate 185. So now we're just going to make a little AFK room. So we'll build up some glass walls on each side. Just build these 2 blocks tall, and then you can put a door on the front, maybe a glass block so you can land here and actually open the door. And then for a ceiling, we will just use slabs, because if you use glass, the phantoms will be able to see you. Okay, come back down the bottom, and we're going to add 7 dirt blocks to each end of our glass, like so. Then come underneath, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3 dirt blocks, just like that. And then place 8 more right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do that over here as well. So that's what you should have, guys. We've got our 2 glass, then 7 dirt blocks, 3 below, and then 8 dirt blocks. So next, grab some obsidian, and we're going to place 1 right there underneath that middle dirt block. And the same over here. This is to mark our portals. Now on each side of this, we are going to build out 10 obsidian. So we're making a portal that looks just like that one over there. So we've got 21 obsidian in a big long line here. On each end, place a stone block. Then we're going to come up 4 obsidian. So 3 of them are poking above the surface of the water. Then another stone block on top, and just connect them. So this will give us another portal that is 21 blocks wide in the window there, and that is the largest nether portal that you can make. So once you've done that, just light up the top so we don't get any mobs spawning. So grab your dirt again, and we're going to place a line of it like that. So these 3 dirt blocks in the water here, we're just going to extend these all the way to the edge of our portal. And once you've done that, you can break the line of dirt right in the middle, and we've cleared our little bit of water there, so we can now light the portals. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is on each side of that center line of dirt, we are going to build out 10 dirt blocks, and it should reach right to the edge of our portal window. And now is a good time to check that you have everything at the right height. So this platform of dirt should be just sitting above the surface of the water. So now what we're going to do is encircle the entire thing with a glass wall at this height right here. And no need to put in the corners. Okay, now that's done, we're going to do a little bit of cleanup on the bottom of the monument. So we can begin by breaking these blocks at this level right here, and then we'll also break these blocks on top of the monument. And I've given myself some night vision, so it's a bit easier to see what's going on. So we've cleared the blocks from the top and the ones along here, and I've also cleared out all the seagrass and the kelp. The kelp's really important because it will grow up into our water streams and turn them into source blocks. So now what I want you to do is just grab some dirt, and we're going to mark out a bit of a boundary here. So at this level, I want you to build a dirt line all the way along here. And then when you get to the end, we're going to come out 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do the same right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Break that kelp. 5. Then join these up and do the same on the opposite side of the monument. So what we've done here is build a little boundary box that is exactly the same size as our dirt platform above. So this will tell us where to place our soul sand, and it also tells us to make sure we clean out all the green stuff inside this boundary box. Okay, now it is time to go through our portal and prepare the nether. And once you arrive, you can break this portal because we're going to be moving it up in the air so that we can kill the guardians with fall damage. And I'm not going to do a big tutorial here for a storage system, but I will show you one very simple way that you could do it. So what we're going to have is a drop chute for our guardians that is 5 blocks by 2 wide. So you'll have 10 hoppers down here collecting all the items. The problem is the majority of the guardians are going to land on those 2 blocks and these 2 blocks here, and just one hopper cannot handle that. So what you'll need to do is for the 2 hoppers right there, you'll need to send some of them onto this side and into those chests, and then on the other side send them into those chests there. But even then, that's not enough because this hopper is sucking up items faster than it can get rid of them. So what you'll also need to do is have a second hopper underneath leading into different chests again. Okay, so that's just one example of how you could set up your storage for this. It is the most simple I could come up with, but by all means, create your own. So now we're going to build the drop chute for our guardians. So we've got 1 glass block in place. What we want to do is continue building this up until it is 35 glass blocks tall. And once you've come up 35 blocks, we're going to place 2 obsidian across the middle like so, then 3 on each side, and then you can just put the top on your portal, light it up, and then we're just going to build a little box here so the guardians have nowhere to go but straight down. Now we'll get about a stack of squid ink per hour coming down there, but a lot of the squid ink is going to sit on the bottom bit of obsidian there. So if you want to get that as well, what you can do is just run 2 hoppers into the glass right there, place 2 rail with 2 hopper minecarts on top, and that will collect any ink that is just sitting on top of on that bottom bit of obsidian. Then you can just put a chest right there. So that will give you an extra stack of squid ink per hour. So you can just come up here every now and then and grab it out of the chest. And the last thing to mention is this works brilliantly on single player. Once you finish AFK and you come into the nether, all the guardians have already fallen to their deaths and all their goodies are in the chests. But if you are playing on a server, you can have one person AFK at the guardian farm, and then a second can come over here, break the guardian's fall with some lava, and then they can just hack away at them and get all the lovely XP. Although, a word of caution, some versions of Minecraft, you actually do need to have both people in both places when you are using this farm, otherwise it could possibly crash the server. But on single player, you are absolutely fine. Okay, now that the nether has been prepared, we are ready to place our water. So the first thing we're going to do is place it right in the middle, and we've got our 2 little glass marker blocks. So we want to place 1 line of water source blocks over one of these glass blocks all the way to the far end, and then another line of source blocks right beside that one, crossing over the other glass block. And once you've done that, for the water streams on the far side, all we need is a line of water source blocks all along the back wall. Okay, we've got our water streams in place. We can now break all of our dirt and the 2 glass blocks in the middle. You can break them as well, but before you do, make sure to knock out these lines of dirt blocks on the bottom of our portals first. Once you've knocked all of these out, you can go ahead and break the rest. And just be careful while you're removing all this dirt that you don't accidentally place a block in the water stream, or that will muck up the water streams and you'll have to replace these dirt platforms and start again. And the very last thing to do, guys, is to place our soul sand. But before you do, go into your options, go to video settings, and then go to your particle effects here. And we're going to change that to minimal. Otherwise, we will get lots and lots of lag from our soul sand bubbles. So we'll begin by just placing soul sand all over this little towery thing in the middle. And once you've done that, you can place soul sand all the way along the top of our dirt outline. And then at this level, we're going to continue placing all the rest of our soul sand. And that is it, guys. That is what it'll look like when you're done. And that's it, guys. Your farm is now active. You can go up to your AFK spot in the sky and enjoy all the lovely drops. And if you can't see your guardians like I can here, and it looks like nothing's spawning, don't stress. That is probably just because you have your render distance set really low. I've got mine at 20, but if I were to turn it down to about 16, suddenly it looks like nothing's going on, but trust me, they are there. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have many, many hours of fun with this Guardian farm, but honestly, it is so powerful. I don't know how often you'll actually need to use it. 1 or 2 AFK sessions, I think, and that is all the items you will ever need. So leave a like, guys, if you enjoyed the video. Cheers. I'm Cortezerino. I'll see you later.